Hey guys, what's up? It's Keisha, baby, and we're gonna jump straight into last night's episode of Real Housewives of Potomac, season 7, episode 13. All right. And I touched on this on my last interview because I kind of did a sneak peek into last night's episode. Y'all know me and Jacqueline got into it on an airplane because basically Jacqueline feels like Mia don't care about her kids. Gordon is calling, the nanny was calling, asking Mia about Jacqueline's kids, and Mia's like, why y'all calling me? I'm on vacation. I know where my kids at, all right? Call Jacqueline. So, Jacqueline gets in her feelings and she's like, you don't care about my kids. And Mia's like, no, they're just not my responsibility. And then, Jacqueline throws a shot at Mia and says, well, I wouldn't expect you to understand how family works. To take a village to raise a family. And you wouldn't know anything about that. So, that's a sore spot for Mia. So Mia's in her feelings. They both in their feelings. According to Giselle, they cursing each other out, calling each other all kind of bitches and whatever on the plane, okay? So let's just do a little bit of history. And I'm going to tell y'all my thoughts. I want y'all to tell me what you think. So Mia says that Jacqueline's mom allowed Mia to stay with them during high school. Y'all know Mia has, mom was on drugs, just a very unhealthy situation. So Mia lived with Jacqueline in high school. Mia feels like, and I do too, that we think Jacqueline feels like Mia still owes her for what Jacqueline's mom did for Mia while they were younger. Okay? Because again, Mia did live with Jacqueline in high school. Mia's like, me and Jacqueline fight all the time. That's just what we do. Jacqueline's like, no, this is different. This is different. This is the worst one. So Mia brings up the fact that when they were in high school, Jacqueline threw a brick at Mia's head because Mia wouldn't let Jacqueline cheat off of her or copy her math homework. Right? So fast forward, now Jacqueline's starting to fit with Mia because Mia's kind of like, hey, I got a lot going on. I can't be answering all these questions about your kids. Anytime we go somewhere or want to do something, you always sending your kids to my house. I have to feed them, make sure they're safe. Like, it's a lot. Jacqueline says that Mia is controlling. Now, we do know Mia is controlling because we see how she treats people when they don't fall in line. Like how she did Wendy in Miami, how she did Karen. Like, if you don't walk the way how Mia wants you to walk, she tries to take whatever advantage she has over you and use it. But I feel like Jacqueline's the same way with Mia. So, like, let's fast forward to high school. Jacqueline's, Mia says, well, I didn't let Jacqueline cheat off my math homework. She threw a whole brick at me, right? Mia's telling Jacqueline, like, hey, it's not always my responsibility to make sure your kids are taken care of if we go out of town or if you go do something. Like, you need to kind of start trying to make your own arrangements. Jacqueline's throwing a fit. She's crying. They getting into it. Me personally, I feel like Mia is just tired of carrying Jacqueline. I feel like Mia feels like she's carrying Jacqueline and that she's tired of it. If you go a little bit earlier in the scene when she was talking to G. Gordon, a.k.a. Mr. Brown, Mia was saying how she was like emotionally and mentally tired because like she just feels overwhelmed. So just imagine you feeling overwhelmed in your own personal situations, your own personal, things you have going on. And then someone's always like, I need you to do this. Watch my kids. Give me a down payment on a Porsche. So, I'm not a Mia fan. I think she's a nasty woman in multiple ways. I think she's nasty. But I do kind of understand where she's coming from in this situation. She's just like, she probably feels like Jacqueline's draining her. Okay. Jacqueline throws a shot at Mia and says that, Mia, you sold your soul. And she also says that Mia is very controlling and Mia needs more ding dong. All right. Now, Mia sold her soul. I don't know if she's talking about the fact that Mia stripped and, prior to her being married to Gordon. I don't know if she's referring to her being so sexually liberal in her marriage with Gordon, like they liberal with each other. Like they be doing some strange stuff that wouldn't go on in my marriage. So I don't know if that's what Jacqueline is referring to when she said that Mia sold her soul. But I'm like, Jacqueline, it was all whatever Mia did to get to where she's at, to get the finances that she has or whatever. Let's say she sold her soul, you completely cool with it, because you getting benefits, clearly. I hate it when people try to bring up stuff all of a sudden to try to throw something in somebody's face when it's not benefiting them anymore. Like, you completely was ick riding this lady. I hope y'all know what I meant when I said that. Ick riding this lady to the T. Like, when it benefits you. So now that y'all fall out, don't try to throw her under the bus with whatever she's doing, because you had no problems with it previously, okay? So, you know, Mia like, oh, you want to come from me, tell me that I need some more D. She was like, baby, you don't want to go there because you need to keep your legs closed to married men, all right? Mia gets overly emotional and starts crying. And then she says, why would you say that? I've never had sex with Gordon. I've never had sex with Gordon. Okay, so me and my bestie was talking about this morning. I don't think when Mia told Jacqueline, you need to keep your legs closed to married men, I don't think Mia was referring to Gordon. I think she was trying to throw her under the bus maybe for some dirt that she doing right now, or maybe she did when she was married, which probably led to a divorce. Because let's say Mia was talking about Gordon, which they claim Jacqueline's never slept with Gordon or whatever. But I'm like, if Mia was talking about Gordon, she would be cool with it because they into that type of freaky stuff. You know, like if Jacqueline did sleep with Gordon, I'm sure it was probably like some type of threesome, and it was all consensual. So I don't think Mia would bring that up in reference to Gordon. And if Jacqueline slept with Gordon and Mia wasn't cool with it, Jacqueline wouldn't be on the damn trip. You know what I'm saying? So I think Mia was throwing some shade out there that Miss Jacqueline didn't want out there in them streets. I don't know if she was messing with somebody's husband while she was married, or if she's doing it now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not for sure, but Mia got very, very emotional when that was brought up. So I wonder, will they get to the point to where they spill all of the tea, like spill all of the beans, okay? So Candace is, I was not a Candace fan at first. She's starting to grow on me. Her reads are a little bit more level. She was going too low, too gutter for me. Now she's starting to get a healthy balance. And Candace, like, I don't know what's going on. Karen says they have a surprise for the ladies, which should hopefully help the atmosphere. And she was talking about a shaman. And so, Candace was like, I'm done with all these surprises. She's like, Ashley surprising us with her big ass forehead, which that ain't a surprise. Ashley's forehead been big ever since she was born, okay? And then she's talking about me and Jacqueline with all these domestic issues. So anyway, they allegedly get, cleansed by the shaman or whatever. And so, Charisse is there, which I'm not a big fan of her. I know she was on the show previously. I kind of like it the way how it is with the girls now. Charisse is always popping up, and I know she is really thirsty to get back on the show. But to me, her only purpose is to try to agitate Karen. And I guess maybe because I'm such a Karen fan, I'm like, anybody agitating Karen, I'm just not cool with them or whatever. So Karen let me tell you something. I think Candace is typically the queen of throwing shade, but Karen, she won this episode. She's been winning lately. I don't know if Karen's just fed up. Karen getting a little hood, and I like it. She classy, but she getting a little hood. I like the mixture, okay? Karen says, I don't know. She's talking about Charisse. I don't know why this has been leprechaun, i.e. Charisse, keeps showing up looking for a pot of gold, some coins, some food, some friendships. Girl, bye, okay? One thing I did like to see, Candace was comforting Jacqueline, because of the debacle her and Mia got into. And I like to see that softer side of Candace. Jacqueline came for Candace, trying to be, Mia's ride or die. And so for Candace to actually comfort her, as you can see, like later on in the episode when they were going to dinner, the dinner that Charisse and Karen got into, they were walking down together. So it looks like Karen is trying to do her best, not Karen, Candace is trying to do her best to make sure that Jacqueline doesn't feel excluded. So that was very big of Candace because, again, Jacqueline did come for Candace to me, and it had nothing to do with her. Okay. Candace said that she feels bad for Jacqueline because she's truly confused. It seemed like she was truly confused as to the state of her and, Mia's friendship, or where all of this came from, okay? So, everybody got gifts on the trip. Ashley was giving out vibrators. And, one of Robin's gifts was a veil. And it actually blew off into the wind when she stepped out on her balcony. And Robin was like, oh, this is a sign that I'm never going to get married. And here come Karen, baby. Karen with the digs. She was like, baby, that veil was like, bitch, you ain't never getting married. Stop telling everybody this goddamn lie with that fake ass ring. She said even the veil knows to get the fuck out the room. Why Karen say that girl ring fake? Why Karen say that girl ring fake? Why she say she gonna never get married? Why? Where's all this Karen? I cannot wait to see the reunion, okay? Because it's going to be so messy. Karen is throwing so much shade, and I love it. And let's talk about Robin. She's my least favorite, I think. Everybody is always clowning Giselle about how Giselle dressed, which Giselle can't dress, but Robin is terrible. Robin can't dress at all. To me, she has no sex appeal. She just looks plain and boring. She gives me like mayo flavored soccer mom. Robin, get it together. Like, she don't wear stuff to compliment her body. I mean, she's just a plain Jane, boring. Like her claim to fame is being Giselle's sidekick, because she's another one who could go. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out there. So y'all know, okay, blah blah. At the final dinner of this episode, Charisse and Karen get into it. They have so much pent up aggression, and it was funny because Giselle was like, I don't want to see this geriatric fight or whatever. But they just kind of hashing it out. Like, Charisse is like, you didn't call me or comfort me when I went through a divorce and when my dad died. And Karen was like, okay, my mom died too. And, I'm dealing with my own stuff. And so towards the end of it, they both standing up. Like, if they don't get held back, they going to go to physical blows. I'm like, ladies, let's keep it classy. But again, I feel like Charisse is only popping up just to irritate Karen, and that's all orchestrated by messy ass Giselle, all right? But that's pretty much the gist of the episode. It was really good. It was very interesting. Another thing that I love, when Ashley arrived at the hotel, I loved how Giselle picked her up and turned her around. To me, it was just so, I just feel like Ashley needs that type of love. Like, she picked her up, she held her, and she turned her around. And I'm glad that, Ashley's being celebrated. And, Karen is also throwing shots at, like, yeah, this is how you celebrate somebody's birthday, like, immediately, not, like, days later. Because, I felt like they did Karen wrong when it came to Karen's birthday in Miami. But I think it's a lot of jealousy towards Karen. Karen has a good marriage. She's beautiful. She's smart. I mean, she has class. She's more mature. I just think it's a lot of jealousy towards Karen. But that's all my thoughts. Tell me what you think, all right? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe my channel. Subscribe to my channel. And as I always say, if you got time for the tea, come holler at me. I can't wait to read y'all's comments and let me know your thoughts. See you later.